Hi there. Thank you very much for joining me. Today, I just wanted to cover the no-nos of the mortgage process. I made a few videos on what to do, but really not one so far about what not to do. And honestly, those are sometimes just as important. So I'll focus in three areas: assets, credit, and income. Okay. The first one I'll start off with is assets. That's going to be your cash to close for your down payment or your closing costs. What a lot of people like to do when they get into contract is, okay, I've got four accounts over here. Now let's start to all consolidate them in here so I can just have all one big chunk of money here. I understand that that helps you mentally and organize and keep it all in one place. But when we start to do that, we really start to have to, at least on my side, track every dollar. And it gets a little messy. So, what I would suggest, don't do that. Don't touch it. Let's just stick with the accounts in, let's say in this case, the four different accounts, and we'll just verify that way. I did make another video previously that you can look for. I think it's titled How to Structure um, Your Money. Anyway, that would be a little bit more on how you want to do this up here, but you want to be proactive about it beforehand. But once we're in contract, let's just stick with down here. So that's number one. Number two, income. The no, no switching jobs, no quitting your job, no getting fired, um, no leave of absences. We do verify with your employer once early on in our mortgage process, and then once again 10 days before you close. And really, all we're checking is, are you still working there? Are you still making the same amount of income? Um, and you're still there. You're not on a leave of absence. Things happen, and that's okay. But if you're in control of it, just the yes part, just continue as is. If you're working 40 hours a week, continue 40 hours a week. If you're working 30 hours a week, don't go to 25. Um, we don't want any surprises at the end. So that's kind of the no-no. Just stick to the yes and continue as usual. For your credit, the no-no, no new credit. What happens is we're pre-qualifying you based on our credit report info from, let's say right here, day one. Maybe midway through contract, you're thinking, oh, you know what? I'm all excited for this house. I want to get a new couch, maybe a big old TV. Best Buy's got a great credit card. It'll help me, whatever it is. Similar to the income part, not always, but we are able to pull a soft credit report at the very end of the transaction. And if there's any changes or increases to your monthly obligation, let's say you got a new credit card, you or you have an existing credit card and you took out a large balance and now the payment has really jumped, we're going to need to go in and just restructure your loan file back to an underwriter, back to getting it approved, and just kind of going through that whole process again. So if at all possible during that closing time, try not to touch anything. Make your normal payments. If you make the full payment every month, go ahead and make the full payment every month. If you're making the minimum payment, go ahead and make the minimum payment. But you don't want to take out new credit cards, jump your balance up, just big changes in things. Um, so the yes, leave them as is. And that'll do it for today. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good one.